Wonderful. So I want to say welcome. I have Renate with me today and the herd, and we're going to be here outdoors live in Vienna, outside Vienna in Austria, and talking to Renate about the wonderful work she does in healing and how the herd support in that healing. So Renate, tell me, from maths teacher and teaching riding to healing to support with the herd, how did that journey take place?
Yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you, Jill, for having this interview with me. And I'm very excited. And yeah, as you can see, I'm out there with my horses. That's the first time I'm doing it like that. And yes, I was a teacher, but I started riding as a teenager already. And I also liked math when I was in school and when I was a student. And somehow for a long time, riding just was a hobby. And the teaching called me first. So I got a teacher, and we also founded our own school. It was a free school. And we mainly did that for our children. We have three. And well, then the children got adult and left, and yeah, and I thought it's time for something new. And we already had horses before, but not at our place, but in different other stables. And then 15 years ago, we built our own stable next to our house. And we moved our horses in. And yeah, since then I have been working with them. I started with riding lessons for children and beginners lessons for adults. And then I very soon, yeah, and I also studied psychology, and I'm a coach as well. And somehow I realized very soon how different horses behave and react, relating to the person who is with them. So one horse can be totally different with one person than it is with another one, and that was so amazing. And I was aware of that so often that somehow I then started to allow the horses to help me with my coaching. And it's really like that when a person comes to a horse, the horse is 100% mirror, and it's a mirror with 500 kilos, and it doesn't lie. So you really can't cheat on a horse, and that goes so deep, and it's so helpful in coaching, that about 10 years ago or 15 years ago, I can't remember, then I started to do my coaching only in connection with the horses.
So when people come to you for coaching and healing with the horses, what is the process? What can they expect when they arrive? How do you greet them and then take them through that process?
So when a person comes to me, I first introduce, so we greet, and I ask, okay, so what is the topic? What would you like to look at, or what would you like to do? And then I just get a very short idea of what the person wants to do, or what the problem is, or the issue. And then I say, so we are now entering the space of the herd. And oftentimes we have to go about 10 minutes till we come to the horses because we have huge property. And I tell them that nothing on the way till we come to the horses is a coincidence, that everything is already related to the problem or the issue the person wants to work on. Right. And that they enter a space where they are able to really achieve change, and it's possible to unite with the origin energy again, and that the horses are already aware that we are coming, and that either the whole herd or in particular one animal will come and mirror the person. Right. And then most of the time it is, as I said before, the horses react on behalf of the energy the person brings in. Right. And so this can be, they can indicate self-love. They can indicate that the person needs to set clear boundaries. They can show that person should trust in themselves, or they can also, oftentimes they also show if there is a conflict in the surrounding of the person, because then it would show that some horses start a bit of being aggressive against each other. Okay. It can also show, for instance, that they move away. So we come and they leave. I had that once with a lady. She was afraid that she had a talk for she was applying for a job interview, and she was afraid that what she is saying is not interesting and no one will be wants to know that. Mm. And when I came to the horses with her, the horses were peacefully standing in a group, and as soon as we came, they all went away, really all of them. So the fear she had of not being important and not move them away. Yeah, so it was so obvious, and of course she was in tears and it was not nice for her. But on the other hand, half an hour later, or an hour, I don't know anymore, they all came back.
Yeah.
She has changed her mind.
Yeah. So she opened up and received and changed.
And that's right. That's animals react instantly. That's the fantastic thing about it, because they really feel the shift in the energy, and as soon as the shift went through, they react on it, and that's what I like so much. And yeah, and then of course she was happy. And then we were all standing in the middle, so the horses were not next to us. We were really in the center.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was really.
What happens if somebody comes and they say, I want to experience this healing with the herd, but I'm afraid to be in an open space with such big animals all around me? How do you help that person then?
So often I also have donkeys, and they have a different energy, and they're also much smaller. And so far, I had no person who was afraid of going to the donkeys. Right. There were a couple who came and said, well, the big horses, they're too scary. I'm not sure with that. And then we always went to the horses, and they are, and their energy is also much different. And so far, really no one, even people who were afraid of horses, none of them had a problem with the donkeys.
Oh, that's wonderful. But
Yeah.
is it, I know you do healing with groups as well as individuals, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's my fall. Oh,
Oh.
sorry. That was horses in action. Okay, I paid too much attention to the falls, and that's not allowed by the adult horses at the
Right.
moment so far.
So
Yeah,
live action.
live action. Yeah. So what I do, I do the coaching, as I said, and I also do energy work. Then I put a massage table out on the field where we are now, or in the stable, as the person likes, and the horses really come to the table and work on the body. That's something very, very amazing. Um, the horses are herd animals, and they only the herd allowed them to survive. And they are so sensitive. They feel in the energetic body where there is an imbalance, and they constantly heal themselves. They take away where there is too much energy, and they add energy where there is too little, and they clear blocks. And when people enter the space of the horses, they do the same with us. And so I have people then laying on a massage table, and the horses really come very close to the table, put their head almost on the body. Some animals do, and they work on the chakras, and the outcome is phenomenal. So, and it's very intense healing energy. And the feedback I got from people is, yeah, it's overwhelming how that feels.
I can imagine it must be like no words to express it, really.
Right. It's no
Yeah.
word.
Words wouldn't do it justice.
Yeah.
So who are people that you absolutely love to work with? And is that different to who the horses and the donkeys love to work with?
So I think the people I love to work with are those who are really up for changing something. So not the ones who just want to have a nice chat, or but really go deeper and look what it is, what's really bothering, or what really wants to be changed, and then allow this to happen.
Yeah.
Because the energy of the animals is very intense and allows this. It allows people, and this enables people to look deep, to open up what is covered, and to open the armor and to look deep inside. And that's what I like most to work with.
Yes. And do you find the horses respond to that kind of person as well, that they like to work with that kind of person?
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Okay, that's amazing. I mean, yeah, and really you have to consider them as well as you, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So if
and the horses, every horse has its own story. Yeah. And I have one horse, for instance. She's quite traumatized. She almost starved with one of her falls before she came to me, and she has an issue, and she must have also been taken away from her mother too early. So whenever someone comes who had something a problem with mother or daughter or female ancestors, she shows up.
wow.
Because it's the signature of her traumatized moments match with the energy those people bring in. That's amazing. So they all have their special ability. I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're just coming to the end of our time now, Renate.
Yeah.
And I don't think I need to ask you what you love most about your work, because it just shines out of you. And the depth of knowledge and understanding of your work and the work with the herd is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm sure everybody listening to this will have absolutely no doubt in understanding and feeling that, and the pure joy of what working with you would be like. And I certainly hope to visit one day. And before we stop the live stream, could you just tell everybody how they can contact you and connect with you, and where they can find you to work with you?
Yeah, so I am on Facebook. It's Renate Zach, and I also have a Facebook group. It's Entdecke dein Ur-Ich. I will post the links below, and I also have a homepage. It's Renate's Farm. And yeah, we are also offering workshops, weekend workshops. We will start again in springtime. And if it's possible with lockdown and this COVID stuff, we are planning to do an international retreat this summer. Wonderful. For about 5 days, 4 days, 5 days. We will start to prepare that starting next year. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, whoever is interested in my work, please message me. I love to talk about my work.
I know. Do you work with people online as well?
I have seen it yet that some people also offer work with horses online. I haven't done it yet, but why not? If someone is interested, we can give it a try.
And can they work with you as a coach through the winter as well?
Yeah, I work all year long. That's no problem.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me out live with the herd. It's been such a pleasure and a joy to be with you, Renate.
Yeah, thank you very much for this interview. Thank you for inviting me, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you all soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.